Look at this guy.
Right there, Argon.
Did you get it?
Yeah!
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 Oh, yes! Yes, dude!
So let me get this straight. The game's been out for over 10 months and you still don't have a nuke? You could have handed your account over to somebody else, they could have got it for you. But no, you want to work it your own way, you want to get those green spinners for yourself. The problem is, you're just an average player. You don't have godlike reflexes or MLG level awareness. But you think, hey, I deserve the green spinners too. Well, don't worry, I'm here to tell you, I'm gonna help you get those. What's up guys, my name is Argon, and as you guys know, if you've been around my channel for a while, you know that I struggle for a very long time to get my de-at. I don't consider myself, a bad player. I'm above average, let's be honest. I'm not an amazing player, but I can put some things together. And it took me a really long time to get my de-at, and what it required me to do was really change the way I played the game in order for me to be able to get the de-at. And what I want to do here is share with you the lessons that I've learned to help you go off and get a de-at for yourself. So if you're the kind of person that can't put together a long streak, I'm here to give you some skills that are going to help you get that de-at before Infinite Warfare is over, so you can at least, finish the game in with your mind at ease. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is you need to change your mindset. If you're like a run and gunner or whatever it is that you're playing, if you're thinking, in order to get a de-at, I need to get 25 kills in a row without dying, you need to think about, I need to not die. Not, I need to go out and get kills. Think about, I'm not going to die. So the way that you play needs to be based on not going out and dying. That's as easy as I can explain it to you. The second tip I have for you is to play slow. For a regular average player like us, it's going to take you anywhere from 4 to 5 minutes to get to your nuke. In a game of TDM, average game lasts about 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. That's almost the entire game that you're going to be on your nuke run, so don't be in a rush. You're not out here to set any world records. You just want the one, Yours needs to be special, so take your time. Don't worry about rushing it. It's okay if you camp a little. Almost every nuke streak you're ever going to watch on YouTube, once the player gets near the end of their streak, they get super campy. Don't be in a rush. Don't feel guilty. You need to get this streak, and it's very important that you stay alive, and so there's absolutely no rush for that. The next tip I have for you is get a party. Not everybody can go out solo and get de-ats. We're not those people. Maybe one day, who knows, it doesn't really matter. There's no harm in having a group of people. What I found was the best team for me to play with was people that played just behind my pace, but they're not dyers. And so take a look at this squad that I'm running with. It's a team of 5. None of them are getting kills at a faster pace than me. None of them are hyper aggressive on the map. It helps me go out, keep my pace that I need to get my kills, and they're not taking kills away from me that I really desperately need. I played with some real slayers before, and it makes it really hard because those guys know the map real well. They know the spawns real well. They're really fast at getting kills, so you're just playing catch up, and what that does is put you in really aggressive positions where you'll end up dying. So find the right party. The key is people that play at your level aren't going to feed the enemy score streaks, and they're going to help you get other score streaks that you're going to need to go off and get your de-at. The next tip, and this is also important, is lobby shop. You need to find a lobby of dyers. Let's be honest. You're not going to go out and nuke a bunch of parties of 5 or 6. It's just not going to happen. Find yourself a lobby that's got a lot of people that look like they're going to do very poorly at the game. Now, the way you find this is literally just back out, back in, go back out, back in. Find the right lobby. You want to find a team, not a team. You want to find a group of randoms that you're playing against where the KD is 1 or less. You don't want to find a bunch of master prestiges. You don't want to find anybody with a high over 2 KD. If they've got a decent KD, there's always a chance that if there's one guy that's really good, he might back out if he's getting overwhelmed. So don't feel like you have to always back out of those lobbies, but in general, try and find yourself a lobby of people that look like they're going to help give you nukes. Again, look at the scores here that we're playing against. These guys are going ultra negative. We just demolished them. They didn't back out. These are really hard lobbies to find, but when you do, that's when you get days like what I had where you're dropping 3 nukes in 1 hour. You know what I mean? So when you find it, ride it, because the nuke will come. The next tip is obviously the score streak setup that you want to run is you don't want to have any of your team running lethal streaks. That's going to steal kills from you. It's also going to increase the likelihood that the enemy's going to back out. So generally speaking, you want to run UAV, counter UAV, and advanced UAV, and you definitely want to run Overseer. That's the best version of the advanced UAV. So what's going to happen here is you are going to get at least 2 advanced UAVs on your nuke streak, and if you can get your teammates to pop up at least 2 other ones, then you're looking at anywhere from 2.5 to 3 minutes worth of total advanced UAVs on the map. That's a huge, amazing amazing advantage for you. Half the time that you're out for a nuke, you basically see the enemy's minimap. I can't stress enough how important that is. So that's going to lead into my next tip, which is, of course, get used to staring at the minimap and rush the red arrows. This was probably the biggest hurdle for me to overcome because I'm just so I had this weird thing in my head where if I saw them, I felt they could see me, but I had to get over that. I don't want to say fear, but let's call it a paranoia, where if I saw the red arrows on my screen, I just rushed them because I knew they didn't know I was there. So if you are a little nervous about that, you could always pre-fire. You'll see a lot of people, you know, if they know there's somebody coming around a corner, they'll pre-fire, but absolutely under no circumstance should, at the time that you have an advanced UAV, should you be sitting back waiting for people to come to you. That's when you got to be aggressive because, in case you've never noticed, your random teammates, not your party you can tell to slow down, but your random teammates will go off and start slaying like crazy, stealing kills, wasting your advance. I know 35 to 40 seconds may seem like a long time, but it's really not. It'll expire fast. So make sure your biggest habit, if you're going to take any risks on your de-at run, make sure it's while you're running on your advanced. You want to attack those players. And I'm not saying run into a group of 6 people, but definitely push. That's your chance to get kills, and that's when you need to be really capitalizing on your chance to get a de-at. That's going to be the make or break moment for you. The 7th tip I have is related to your class. You'll hear tons of people say, oh, this is a new class. Oh, this is a new class. If you're following these other tips I've given you, the class is relatively irrelevant. Pick a gun you're comfortable with. Make sure you're running scavenger. If you're a little nervous running out there and challenging gunfights, run silencer so they don't know you're on the map, and dead silence, that sort of thing, so they can't sound whore you. That'll help. All other options for your loadouts are pretty much preferential. You're not going to need ghosts. You might need blind eye. You know, your enemies are not going to be putting up UAVs and advances. If they are, that's not a good lobby to be in anyway. So don't worry about tailoring your class to specifically. What you're doing here is you're setting yourself up for gunfights that you're going to be winning. And that's the key. You don't need to rely on your class to win your gunfights. You need to rely on these other things to get you your gunfights, and that's going to get you to your de-at. Now, the final tip I have for you, it's a little bit counterintuitive to what I've just been telling you, is you need to get lucky. Every time I've watched somebody on a nuke streak, even my own, and people won't admit this to you, but it's true. There's at least one gunfight in almost every nuke run where you should have died. That's just it. But you didn't, and that's the difference between getting a nuke and choking a nuke. Watch a lot of videos if you want of people getting de-ats. Watch mine. Here's one, for example, where I should have died, but luckily I had a teammate to come save me.
Wow.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? I need help. I need help. I need help. I need help.
Watch it, Argon. I got
Where?
you.
Where? Help me, help me, help me, help me, help me.
I got a couple.
Oh my god, thank god. Yes, luck is involved. All these aspects are involved. Here's a list again on screen. If you want to write it down, pause the video, screenshot it, whatever you got to do. But I hope these tips were useful for you guys. If you guys grab your de-at based on the tips I've given you, make sure you tweet them out at me. Follow me on Twitter. Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think? Were these helpful? Have you gotten de-ats when you struggle for a long time? What are your thoughts? Just let me know in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a like. If you're not following me on social media, make sure you do. All the links are in the description of this video below. And as always, guys, my name is Argon, and I will see you next time. Peace.